let's talk about testing your Flutter application. I'm not talking about manual testing. There's a faster way. When you manually test your application, it's like you make a change in your code and you install your application on an emulator or on a device and like open the app, try to find that part of the application, insert some input if needed, and see if that works, or if it doesn't break the application, doesn't affect other parts of the application. You try to test it like from different sides. So the problem here is whenever you make a change to that part of the application, you have to follow these steps again and again. So that's a waste of time. That's what junior developers do. Senior developers instead write tests that can be run anytime. Okay, so they write tests once and they can run it whenever they make a change to see if there is no issue. Okay, that's what we do here. So today I want to explain, not in detail, but I'll try to explain you unit tests. Okay, so first of all, we need something to test, right? So let's create a class with a function. So I'll create currency converter class, and it has a variable exchange rate with the exchange rate value, and we have a method USD to Uzbek sum, and it accepts the US dollar as a double, and we like multiply US dollar to exchange rate we set over here. Okay, this is just a simple class with this method. So we test this to see if it doesn't break. Like we try to test the edge cases as well. Okay, let's save it. Now what we need to do, we go to this test folder inside our Flutter project. I already created currency converter test dot. You can name it whatever you want, but usually you have to give this a descriptive name. Okay, that's why I gave it currency converter test. Okay, so here, first of all, we need to create a main entry point for our test. So how do we test it? We have test function which accepts two parameters. First is description and second is the body. So what is description? Description is a string. Usually you put a text like describing what this test does or what this test is about. Okay, so let's say we can say converts USD to Uzbek sum. Okay, now the body is a function. We pass a function here. Okay, so first of all, we need to get our converter class here. So let's do that. Final, let's say converter, we can say currency converter, and we need to import this. Let's import it. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so here we have converter class, and now let's use the method here, USD to Uzbek sum, and let's use this method. Okay, so we can grab the converter and dot USD to Uzbek sum, and we can pass USD. Let's say $2. Okay, let's pass to dollar. Let's convert this $2 to Uzbek sum. So let's assign the result like this. Now we have this, right? Now we need to see if the result is what we expect. So here already Gemini is kind of auto-completing it for me, so we just use that. So we have this expect function which requires us to pass two arguments. The first one is the result, which is the result of our piece of code, in this case USD to Uzbek sum method. And the second one is the value we expect, our expected value. Okay, basically this expect function compares these two values and gives us the result, or puts the output in the console when we run our test. Okay, so here we are saying that run this function, okay, USD to Uzbek sum, by passing 2, which is $1, $2, and we assign that result to our result, and we pass that result to our expect function as a first argument, and we are telling this function that this result must be equal to this 25,000. Okay, let's run our test. Flutter test, this is the command line to run your test, and run. Okay, as you can see, all tests passed. We see that +1 here. Green means success. So the result is equal to 25,000. Why? Because when we pass 2 here, in our USD to Uzbek method, we have a this exchange rate multiplied by USD. Dollar we pass as a parameter, right? So when we multiply $2 by 12,500, that is equal to 25,000. That's why our test passes. We can make this test, the output of this test, little bit descriptive. Like we can say Flutter test. We can pass an argument. Let's say expanded. When we run it, it should give us some message as well. As you can see here, converts USD to Uzbek sum. The same message we put over here. All right, now we wrote our first test and our test passed successfully. Now let's create a second test to see the actual power of testing, unit tests, okay? So for that, I'll go down and I'll create another test function. And for the description, I say, let's say, check for negative value, okay? So for the body, we pass a function. Let's actually put that semicolon over there. And now we use the same currency converter. Okay, oops. Gemini is auto-completing it for me. We have result, the same thing. We have converter, and we are using the method of that converter, and we are passing -2 here. Let's say you created function, your function, this one, this USD to Uzbek sum, let's say should never ever return minus value. When there is minus value, let's say it should return 0. Let's say your application should never ever show minus value. If there is minus value, it should show 0. Let's imagine that, okay? Now let's continue from where we left off. We passed this -2. Now let's check, okay? Expect. Now let's give this the result, the result of our method. And now let's say when negative value is passed to our function, it should return 0. Okay, we are passing -2, and we are expecting that it should be equal to 0 whenever negative value is passed. Let's run our test. Okay, let's save it first and let's see if our test passes. Okay, Flutter. Let's use the command line. Okay, Flutter test. Let's make expanded. All right. As you can see, here the command line I run, and here it says converts USD to Uzbek sum, checks for negative value. Let's take a look at the end. Here some tests failed. It says +1, which means one test passed, and -1, which means one test failed. So our second test failed here. Check for negative value failed. We can actually confirm that by, let's remove this. Let's comment out. Okay, save it, and let's actually clear our terminal to make things a little bit organized. Let's run Flutter test. Run. You can see check for negative value. There's a red, and it says some tests failed, because when we are passing -2 here, it's not equal to 0. Okay, it's not equal to 0. What is it? It is -25,000. The actual value is -25,000. That means there is a bug in our code. You see, you can see the power of unit tests here. You can find some bugs that exist in your logic. Okay, sometimes you might not have considered some edge cases. For example, here we didn't consider like a 0 case, right? We are just multiplying it by the value passed. So we need to check here. So now we need to correct our code. Like if, let's say, USD is less than 0 and will return 0. Now our function is bulletproof. We are passing double and we are checking if that is not less than 0, meaning if that is not a negative value. If that's the case, and then we can multiply it. Then we save it, we come here, we clear the terminal. Let's run our test again, Flutter test, run. Now, as you can see, all tests passed because now our function returns 0. Result is equal to 0. That's why our test passes. This is the power of unit tests.